Hi guys, today we are going to study case study 2017, which is part 2, first question. So this is one of the hardest question of your syllabus, and if you can score in this area, then of course scoring an A is not that hard. Before we move on to the next content of this chapter of this question, I just want to remind you, please subscribe our channel to learn more with us, and also please inform to your friends that there is a channel called Commerce with Mac where they can learn free commerce rather than paying for seminars and wasting their cash. So let's move on to the question. It says that use the following case answers the question number 1 to use the following case and answer the question number 1 to X. Call the plant and landowner who owns an agricultural degree runs a banana farm using organic fertilizers. He supplies fruits to fruit sellers in the area and sells his product weekly via as well. Then they are given about another person, we say him as Banuka, who is an environmentalist, produces lunch boxes by processing banana leaves and banana trunks, which are waste material of Kolita's banana farm. From Kolita's bananas farm's waste material, he is producing some sort of lunch boxes with those waste ingredients. Bhanuka sells his products to the canteen and to office employees. So both of them are selling to different people. So let's move on. But you need to remember both of them are different business. They are not one business because they didn't join together. Bhanuka registered his business on 1st August 2017 as Banana Leaf. The assets and liabilities of this business as at 1st August 2017 are as follows. You have cash 8,000, debtors 5,000, creditors 3,000, production equipment 40,000, and bank loan 20,000. So they are given these details. In and out, you need to know these details are on the 1st of the month. This is the beginning of the month, and these are the basic details they are given to start this month. And these can be the assets and liabilities which the business has started with. And if you notice here, they are not given the capital, so you need to be able to find the capital with this information. Following transactions occurred in banana leaf business during the month of August 2017. Purchase of banana leaves and trunks in cash, they have purchased 8,000. In credit, they have purchased for 12,000. So you might notice that there are cash transaction as well as credit transaction which they are given. So 8,000, 12,000, like they are purchased in cash 8,000, they are purchased on credit 12,000. And also sales of lunch boxes, they are purchased in cash 20,000 and in credit 40,000. Cash received from leaders is 35,000, cash payment to creditors is 10,000. Living expenses had been paid for producing lunch boxes during the month of August. Electricity charges 3,000, factory rent 4,000, transportation cost 3,600. Helper salary 5,000. So they are given production equipment are depreciated at 12% annually on the opening balance of the month of August. So you need to find the depreciation also for these balances. No remaining stock as at 31st August 2017. So there's no closing stock. An employee was recruited on 31st August to the banana leaf business due to the increase in demand of its product as a result of the ban imposed by government on polythene usage from 1st September 2017. So there are two things which has happened on that month. Particularly, they have recruited an employee for banana leaf because they are thinking that their demand for the product has increased. And second thing is the government has imposed a ban that they should not produce polythene bags. Further, Bhanuga decided to expand the business by obtaining a land on lease and farming banana by himself in future. So he thought of like to make bananas in future rather than he like Kolit is doing banana business, but he just wanted to do his own business rather than selling lunchboxes. That's what we can conclude from this. So let's start. What is the type of business organization that Banana Leaf belongs to? It's very straightforward. You might see there are two people in this business. Kolita is a person who is having banana farm, but they are not speaking about this as the business. They are speaking about Banuga, who has registered his business as Banana Leaf. So only Banuga has registered, not with anyone. So it becomes a sole proprietorship. So I can write the answer here. Yeah, easy. So these things will finish it fast rather than taking for a long time. Sole proprietorship. Okay, then we have status strength that can be seen in business of Kolita. If they are asking about Kolita, you need to be specific about the person they're asking. So they are speaking Kolita as agricultural degree. This is a strength, and also he knows the fruit sellers in that area, right? He is selling to the fruit sellers, but he's a landowner. That's also strength. But I can say agricultural degree because they're asking only one. He has a he he has educational. So he has educational degree. This is what we can say. Then both Kolit and Bhanuka are involved in retail business. Do you agree about this statement? You need to know that both of them, for whom they are selling, you need to know this first. If you see Kolita, he is selling for weekly fare and also he is selling for food sellers. When you sell for food sellers, you are selling for wholesalers. When you sell for weekly fare, you are selling for retailers. So he is involved in retail business as well. When it comes to Bhanuka, he is selling for canteen, so it's a wholesale business. And there, when it comes to employees, it becomes retail business. So both of them are involved in retail business. So we can directly give an answer. Yes, I agree. Okay. So then I can also say what is the reason, because we can say Kolita is selling his products weekly fare, and you can say Bhanuka selling products. You can say where do he sell these products? To for office employees. This is the reason they become retail businesses. Okay. So then we have write an example each for planning function and organization function, including in this case. Let me keep some space to write these two functions. What is planning function? Yeah. What are the planning functions we can see? And what is organizing? Organizing and planning. What is the difference between these four type of things you need to understand? This is we say it as management process. So management process has four things. We say it as planning, organizing, leading, controlling. Planning is all about you need to have a plan before you should do something. Organizing is allocating resources. Leading is motivating the employees. And controlling is seeing that the work has been done properly or not. When it comes to planning, they need to see what are they have planned in future. Now here they are seeing in this case what have Bhanuka have planned we can see, and organizing what they have resource allocated. So if you see this case study, let me move on to this part. You can see an employee was recruited on 31st August on banana leave. So this recruitment is also resource allocation. So we can say employee recruitment is as a part of organizing. So I can write under organizing, recruiting an employee. And also for planning, we can say that they had a plan to expand the business, if I'm not mistaken. Like Bhanuka desired to expand the business by obtaining a land. So he had a plan on lease and farming banana by himself in business. So you can say decided to expand the business. You can take this point and just write it down there. Expand the business by obtaining a land on lease. So one point is enough for them to show. So here you can write under planning. Bhanugu decided to expand the business by obtaining a land on lease. So that's all. When it comes to third question, we are done. In which business environment does the imposing a ban by the government on polythene use belong to? You can write political or legal, both are correct. Either it can be political environment or legal environment. What's the reason it becomes political and legal environment? You have a lot of environments on an external environment, but specifically it is a government thing which is involved. So either government will involve in politics or they will involve in setting some regulation which is under legal environment. Right to parties which belongs to internal environment of banana leaf business. You might see banana leaf as Manuka as the owner and recruited employee as the employee. So there's no manager. So we can write Manuka owner and we can write listen space so you will have a clear idea. We have Manuka owner and second thing you can say employee or recruited employee as employee. His business. You can just write owner, manager, employee, still you get marks. But because this case study is speaking about banana leaf business, so you need to speak about owner and employee. Then we have how much is the equity of banana leaf? Normally, every question, every paper in case study from question Roman number 5, it's all accounting. So you need to know specifically how to score in this area. So let's start from V. Yeah, it's okay. So V itself. I'll leave some space for here. How much is the equity of banana leaf business as at 1st of August 2017? Simple, you need to take the formula. Like let's move on to the question and see how we can find it out. You have cash and you have liabilities, so you don't have capital. So I can write here itself if you really want it. Assets is equal. I can show here capital plus liability. You need to write it separately, but I'm just writing here. Copy it down. So asset is how many assets you have? Cash is 8,000. So you can write here 8,000 cash. You don't want to show. If you want, you can show also. It's not a problem. Better you show cash 8,000. Then you have debtors 5,000. Go it, guys. 5,000. Then you have production equipment. Production equipment. How much? 40,000. So in total, you are getting, don't write short forms in exams. Always write, don't write equip as I have written. Always write the long term and the correct format. Generally, you will be able to score marks on exams. Okay, so I hope you remember the terms what I am teaching you. So now this 8 plus 5 is 30 plus 40 will give you 53,000. So I'll write here 53,000. And here I don't know what is capital, but I know what's liabilities. I give bank loan and creditors. So I can write creditors as we can write 3,000, and also bank loan we can write 20,000. So bank loan 20,000. So 20,000 plus 3,000 will give you 23,000. So here I will write 23,000. Now you can easily find out because asset is equal capital plus liability. So if you take liabilities side, assets minus liabilities is equal capital. So you know asset is 53,000. So A minus L will give you capital on statement. So you can find 53,000 minus 23,000 will give you capital balance of how much we can say. I can leave some space for this. Yeah, capital is 30,000. I hope you understood the basics. So I can copy this down. Always write the same way which I have shown here on exams. So you'll not go wrong. So Roman number 5, we found the answer. It's 30,000 for capital. And what is the next thing we have? Name two primary books maintained by Banana Leaf Business. Very easy. They have adjusted through cash adjustment. You might see here there's a lot of cash adjustment. And also there's a lot of sales in credit and also purchase in credit. So in purchasing in credit and also sales on credit, most of the time you might have sales journal, purchase journal, cash book, and also you will have another journal. We say that's general journal because you have depreciation also in this sum. Well, I read somewhere here there's depreciation 12%. So it can be also general journal. So I'll write here because I can't write 4. They have asked only to B. I can write here near B. What are the business I can write? Cash book. I mean primary books, not what are the business. What are the primary book? Cash book and purchase journal. So yes, we have done Roman number 5. Then let's move on to the Roman number 6. Write the journal entry relevant to recording on depreciation production equipment for the month of August 2017. I need to do some working, so I will leave some space, guys. Write the journal entry. How do you write the journal entry? You all know the journal entry, depreciation account debit, but we need to know the amount. That's what we need to find, and we need to know what is the double entry for this properly when you are writing this sum. But before that, we need to find the amount what is relevant to this transaction. But before that, we'll write the double entry, which is accumulated depreciation account credit, right? So we have written the double entry, but we need to find how much is the depreciation. It's that easy, guys. If you know the same format continues for every year. If you see the production equipment is 40,000, so in this 40,000, you need to take only 12%. Now here they have said 12% annually, but we are doing only for the month of August. So 12%, I will take 40,000 and into multiply into 12%. So question number 5, right? Question number 6. So 40,000 into 12% will give me 1200 will give me 4,800. Now this is for annually, but I need to divide it for months, so I'll divide by 12. It's only for August month, so it's 400. So I can write here depreciation account debit 400. It's not a must to show the workings, but it's better you show the working like I showed side to the adjustment which I have written. So we have done the basic adjustment of writing the double entry for depreciation. Then they're asking how much is the net value of production equipment as of 31st August 2017. Now you might see here production equipment cost they are given, it has 40,000. Now here we have depreciated the formula to get the carrying amount. The carrying amount cost minus accumulated depreciation will give you carrying amount. That's what we say net book value or net value. Now here I will take the formula first of all to remind you. Cost minus accumulated depreciation accumulated depreciation is equal carrying amount, right? Now I have written the correct formula, or I can say net value. This is the formula you need to know. So this is the same formula when you are asking carrying amount of the production, any equipment which they can ask in any paper. Cost is 40,000 we found. Now they didn't give any provision for depreciation or accumulated depreciation. They only given the depreciation we found. So you need to deduct only the depreciation. Remember, if they are given provision for depreciation, you need to add that provision for depreciation with this year's depreciation and deduct it. But here they didn't give provision for depreciation. They are giving only accumulated depreciation. Because of that, I'm only deducting. I mean, they didn't give accumulated depreciation. They gave only depreciation for this year. So I considered that as accumulated depreciation because there's nothing to add or minus on from previous years. So you need to remember, if they have given a previous year balance provision for depreciation, that previous year provision for depreciation plus this year's depreciation will make you accumulate depreciation, because the sum doesn't have that. You are only taking this year's depreciation. So you need to be very careful on that term. So you will get 39,600. I hope you understood the sixth adjustment. It's very straightforward. So let's move on to the seventh one. Yeah, that's seventh one. Calculate the cash balance of banana leaf business as of 31st August by preparing cash account. So I can prepare cash account. It's very easy, guys. Let me prepare it. I'll put. Is there all the days coming under? I can see. I can do it in ledger account, or I can just put a format and do it in a way which is easy for me. But I'll always put a format which is convenient to me. Here there's no dates. They are not given any dates, so it's better you consider just a ledger account. You can do in this format. This is the way I do in exams. I'll take 4 columns. I didn't put date column because you already know. If you really want, okay, I'll put a date column if you really want. So there's no point in date column, but if you want, I can do it. Add some few columns, okay. And here I will put borders. No problem. So I can write here. No need to put these boxes. For my convenience, I have written here date, details, and you have amount, right? And the same thing will be taken to the other side also. So we have done the basic recording. So how much is the detail? How much is the amount? So date we can't take it down. So I'll consider it as 31st August, or better you leave the date column. That's why I said it's better you don't put the date column. Or I can write, if you really want, I can write 31st. It's not an important thing. August. So I can also put the same date because the whole transaction is happening within this specific month. So I can consider it as the last month of the date itself. So then, if not, even if you don't put the date, your examiner will give marks. So let's move on to details one by one. Let's, no, I can't do that 31st because I have opening balance. I'll write here. Better not write the date, guys, as I said. First, August is the date you can write because that's the date you are bringing the items into that. Then you can also write the whole transaction at the 31st August. Now here you might see here the 1st August what you are bringing is 8,000 cash balance brought forward. So I'll record the cash 8,000 here. I can say brought forward or brought down, whatever you like you can write 8,000. I have written 8,000 here. I need to know what are the cash debit transaction and what are the cash credit transactions. Now if you see here, sale of lunch boxes in cash is a debit transaction. Cash received from debtors is debit transaction. And there's no other money received from any receipt, all others cash payment to creditors, purchase. So these all are money going out of the business. So I'll only consider. See, I didn't consider the credit transaction. The reason this is cash, so I will consider only in cash 20,000. So I will consider only cash received from debtors. So did you understand that, guys? So 20,000 and 35,000 I will record here on the debit side. Straightforward. Here I'll record cash debtors 35,000. Then I had sales, cash sales. I don't want to write cash sales because it's already in cash book. Right, 20,000. So I'm done with the debit side. I just wanted to see the credit side. I'll move on again to sum. If you have the question, guys, it's very easy for us to do the sum. You don't want to go up and down like in my Excel. Very convenient to you if you have the textbook. If you have the past paper with you when you're doing the question. So let's move on to the charges we have. So we have cash paid. We have purchased in cash 8,000. And also we have paid the creditors 10,000. So I can take these two down, 8,000 and 10,000. So I can record here purchases 1,000, and I have recorded creditors. I can write creditors because I paid them. You didn't say creditors payment, just write creditors. It's enough, 10,000. So I'm done with this adjustment. Now I just need to know, do I have any other expenses in my business? Have I ever paid there? So few expenses I have there. Electricity charges, I'll take this down, guys. So it's very easy for me to copy it down. These four expenses, depreciation won't come to cash book, it will come under profit and loss account because it's a transaction relevant to non-current asset purchase. We can't take non-current assets transaction into a cash book. So I know electricity charges now. It's 3,000. Then I have factory rent. I have 4,000. I have transportation cost. Then it is 3,600. Then I have helper's salary. Where am I writing? 5,000. So now this is my expense. My expense column is 33,600 and I have 63,000. So I will take this column. I will finish this off. I will take this value. So now here it is 63,000 total column. I'm gonna write 63,000 both sides. That's how you finish this sum. And yeah, give a second. I'll make a thick border for this, so you'll know it's a total column. And now you have carried down. How do I take? I'll take the 63,000 and deduct the whole amount. What is the whole amount? This whole amount, right? So here I put some. Yeah. So I can take the value. I think I took the wrong values. Anyway, I'll go in this way. You got 8,000, 10,000, 4,000, 33,600. You had 63,000. So you deduct 63,000 by 33,000. Got 29,400. That is your carried down balance. This is your final balance of cash flow. Now this is very straightforward. They have given this question, so you need to be able to do this in this method. Then of course it will save you a lot of time. Then they're asking the next question. Write a current asset and current liability. Now as I know cash, I found actual balance 29,400. Final balance only I should write when I'm writing the current asset and current liability. Current liability I have creditors. I can take creditors. So creditors I need to do a account to find the actual balance of the creditors. So I'll open up a ledger account for creditors. Okay, 4 column is enough. So I'll write here. I know my brought forward balance. What is my brought forward balance of creditors? Because you need to show the final balance when you're showing the current asset or current liability. Here the brought forward balance of creditors is 3,000. Then I have purchased from creditors 12,000, and I have paid creditors 10,000. So here paid, purchased is the balance. So 3,000 will come on the credit side. 12,000 also will come on the credit side. I can write here brought forward 3,000, purchase. Okay. Purchase 12,000. Then I had paid cash. You can write 10,000. Actual difference between these two accounts I can take here. What is the actual balance difference? Okay, so I have recorded here 15,000. Here also 15,000. So carried down should be, sorry, carried down will be 5,000. So creditors, you can write here. It's 5,000, which you have found now. Move on to ninth. Yeah, ninth sum. State the basic accounting of banana leaf business with values as at 31st August. State the basic accounting equation of banana leaf business with values as at 31st August 2007. So we have the same thing which we have found on top. We are going to do the same thing. Asset is equal capital plus liabilities. Okay, liabilities a bit far away. Now I need to find the capital because I don't know actually how much is the capital, but I can find the asset. We found now cash is 29,400 because this month end they're asking how much. Now I don't know how much is debtors because we had debtors. So I need to find, like I found for creditors here, this account, creditors account. I need to do for debtors also. Now creditors I got here. I'll write whatever I have got here is 5,000. I had bank loan as you all remember in the question. So it's 20,000. Okay, so I need to find debtors and I need to find is there any other cash adjustments they are given on the question. I just need to check on that area. So they have given cash opening balance. We have done cash. Now we need to find debtors opening balance 5,000 and sales we have done in credit 40,000 and how much we received money 35,000. Easy as possible. I'll take a ledger account. I'll teach another easy way, but ledger account is always going to be correct, guys. That's the reason I'm going with ledger account. Always know to do a ledger account so you will not go wrong. But I'll teach another easy way also. Okay, so listen to this very carefully. Let me teach one by one. I can't teach everything at once. Yeah. Now you guys all have the past paper with you. You write here debtors. You know the opening balance which we found now brought down was 5,000, and we made a sales for them worth of 40,000. Okay. So then also we made a payment, right? Cash payment. I mean, they made a payment to us. So cash, this account credit, we got received. We got money of 35,000. So this balances, I'll show you again. It's 5,000 and 40,000 and 35,000. Where did I get this? This 5,000 is the brought down balance of debtors here because it's 1st of August. You can see here. And 40,000 is the amount which we have sold here. You might see here. And all 35,000 is the amount they paid. So debtors account is asset account. When they pay, it goes down. That's the reason I took it on the credit side. Now the actual balance between these accounts, I need to put it down. Right. Now here it's 45,000. Right. Here also it's 45,000 because the debit side is higher than the credit side. Carried down balance will be 10,000. So we found debtors easy 10,000. Now we need to find the capital. I need to check, is there any other things which I have missed? Let me check it one by one. I took cash, debtors. Did I miss anything else? Okay, it's always better when you go behind and see. Then of course it will save our time. Production equipment, 40,000. We had depreciation. We depreciated and we got a final value on Roman number 6, if I'm not mistaken. We did this sum. So we got a value of carrying amount 39,600. So this is also part of asset. So I'll consider it also an addition of a part of assets. So here you can write production. All right. Easy. So here I will write here 39,600. In total, what is my balance? 79,000. On the line 79,000. Now my liabilities is 25,000. Easy. Down. 25,000. So 79,000 minus 25,000. As I said, A minus L is equal C, right? So asset is 79,000 minus L is how much? 25,000 is equal capital. How much is capital then? Easy, as I said, 54. I can show here also if you really want. Asset is 79,000 minus uh, bank loan. I mean, liabilities is 25,000. So we'll get E as 54,000. So I got this amount. That's all for ninth Roman number 9. We have done the basic equation. So This is a very tricky sum, guys, as we did. You see, a lot of adjustments are there, so you might get stuck. 2017 is a really hard paper. If students get stuck in this, then of course they're going to lose a lot of marks. Then we have another question, good question. How much is the cost of a lunchbox produced by business banana leaf business during the month of August 2017? Now we need to identify the lunchbox cost. It's not that easy, guys. Let's move on to that. So let's move to above information and see what is the details they are given relevant to the lunchbox. They are given these are the expenses, and let me see any other expenses. Yes, you have purchased banana. This is your actual cost. This is your purchases. So this is your actual cost you have incurred. 8,000 plus 12,000. You had purchased banana leaves for 20,000. That is your basic cost of producing the lunchbox, and also then you have these expenses. So I can take all this together. 20,000, this 8,000 plus 12,000 I have taken, and this whole amount I'm gonna take. Okay, so I'll copy this down. You can't copy in your exams, guys, but I can copy. This is an Excel sheet which I'm doing. These are my production cost. I read it. Let me copy it down. I didn't copy it correctly, guys. So let's copy it down. The details. This area, this a whole amount is actually a part of. And there was one more thing I want to remind you. Purchase, you made 12,000 plus 8,000 in cash and credit. What is your purchase? So you got a purchase worth of 20,000. I'll remove this rupees. Just think, you need to be patient when you're doing the sum, guys. Be patient. See how patient I am when I do the sum. So the basic thing, like when you are getting stuck in this paper, in this area, don't get upset. Okay. So some people what they do is they get upset and they don't do the sum. There's one more thing I want to remind you. We said as depreciation, we had a production equipment depreciation cost. I hope you remember that how we calculate. It was 400 for that month. So all these are part of cost. So I'm going to take the whole total. This is coming 36,000. You might see when I take Excel sheet. I don't want to add here, but I can see here it's 36,000. So I'll add here 36,000. Now I need to know how much actually I have sold, like I have produced and I have sold. So now how much I have produced in units. This is what I need to know. So in cash, I don't know how much I have produced, but I know how much I have sold. So with the production unit I have sold, I can consider this is what I have produced. See this question, how tricky. They never gave how much you produced, but they're saying how much you sold. So what you sold, you can consider it as part of the production. So you have produced 1,000 plus 2,000, 3,000. So I'll take 36,000, easy as possible. 36,000, I'm going to divide it by 3,000. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to find the production cost. 36,000 divided by 3,000 units will give me how much is my production cost per one unit. So one unit you have spent 12 rupees. Final answer, you always need to put rupees because they're asking how much is the cost of a lunchbox, one lunchbox. Then ask the total lunchbox. Again, they were very tricky of the question. So one lunchbox price, if they ask the total lunchbox price, this 36,000 is the actual answer. But they ask only one lunchbox, so you need to be very careful. So you divide it by the number of units and you got 3,000 units. Now they're asking how much is the profit retained in selling one lunchbox. So again, you need to know how do you take the profit, sales minus cost, you will get profit, right? So this is a basic thing. So you need to know sales means you need to know the selling price. Okay, yeah, selling price. Easy. Same way you need to find, now you found the cost, you need to find the selling price. I will move on to the information above and I will find out the information. Now you here they have sold 20 rupees, 20,000 and 1,000 unit is 20,000 means how much is one unit? You can easily find. You don't want to take the whole total and find like we did for lunch boxes expenses. You can directly take one of this. Even if you take 40,000 and divide by 2,000, you will get the selling price of one unit. So 40,000, I'll take 20,000 divided by 1,000 sales to know the selling price here. So I will show here, always show the working here, selling price per unit, right? So selling price is how much? 20,000 is your amount of money you have sold in divide by 1,000. So selling price per unit is 20 rupees. So here you can show 20 rupees is was the selling price. 20 minus, right, 12 will give you a profit of 8 rupees. Again, because they ask how much is the profit retaining one selling sell box, one lunch box. If they are not asking this way, if they ask for the group, like in total, you could have taken, you had 20,000 plus 40,000, 60,000 was your sales, minus 36,000 was your cost. Okay. Actual profit was 24,000. This is how you can take. And also, if they ask like if you can go now, this is an easy way to get the answer on exam. So I hope you guys understood the ways, but this is not, they have requested, they have asked only one lunch box. So if you know to do this, this is more than enough. I hope you understood today. Please do not forget to subscribe our channel. This class are done due to our main reason. This is main reason we want to teach the students who doesn't have access to pay fees for exams, and also who want, we wanted to sharpen the knowledge, who want to do much better in exams. We'll put more videos, but please comment in the comment section what videos you want in future, so we'll be able to upload. See you tomorrow with another video. See you guys. Have a nice day. I hope you guys enjoy. If you really enjoy, please put what you learn from this under comment section. And see you guys another day. Bye.